Hey guys, this is the Lovin Dubai show, part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Oh my days, we just had 4 circus performers on the show. It is literally as cool as it sounds. We also spoke to you all about the mini Vegas that will reportedly be built in Dubai.
So besides all, if you're loving all this bling, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today, we have all of the information on the mini Vegas, which reportedly will be built in Dubai.
A sad COP28 update regarding Pope Francis.
But also what COP28 means for you drivers and where you can expect road closures.
Also, congratulations to Saudi because Riyadh will be hosting EXPO2030.
Such big news that came through last night, but also please stay tuned because later on in the show, we will be live with the incredible cast of the Great Circus of Europe running in Al Ain until December 16th. They're in costume. They're going to be sitting right here in just 20 minutes, so do stay tuned for that. But before we get there, Annika, you're sitting right there. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be here this fine morning.
But I don't think people know like what goes on. How would they? I don't know what goes on behind the scenes in your office, but what goes on behind the scenes in our office is Annika's hard at work on a lot of the stories that you see on Lovin Dubai.
Oh, yes, I am. Sometimes.
So what are you doing the rest of the times?
Just hard at work on social media, sourcing all those cool stories that you all see.
And bringing in a delightful treats from your mom this morning, the cutest thing.
Yes, I do. So my mom is back in town, which means that I get to bring all these packed meals from home. And it's really nice because it reminds me of when I was in school. And you know, when your mom brings you all this food, and like, you know, you take it to school and you feel like a child again. And because like every time you open your lunchbox, it's a surprise because you don't really know because she gets up early to cook and you're just at home.
Moms are the best. Sorry, I'm seeing lots of comments coming through. And one comment here is that your mic needs to be a little bit closer to your mouth.
Oh, okay.
But can we just shout out Annika's mom, because not only has she done the lunchbox for the day at work, which I'm slightly jealous of. Hi, Mom. But also, she's brought bananas. So she brought bananas into the country. Is that legal?
It is legal. Okay, so it is legal to bring fruits and vegetables. Actually, there was a story a while ago of a lady who bought onions from Philippines, or who took onions from the UAE to the Philippines because onions were too expensive. So this is a common thing.
UAE onions are cheaper than Philippines onions?
I think so, because like UAE controls their inflation prices, whereas in the Philippines or like in India, it goes up. It just keeps going up. It's very interesting.
I know, I think I'd be taking Irish strawberries anywhere around the world because they are the best. But the bananas that you brought, they're the mini ones, which you can't get too often in the supermarket here. But the mini ones are just... So if how many did you bring?
I think she's bought like a dozen, a bunch. I don't know how you call banana groups, but...
a bunch of bananas.
A bunch of bananas. So she's got a bunch. It's just like maybe for a week.
They're delicious, those smallies.
Yeah, those are actually from Kerala, which is where I'm from. So very interesting.
Amazing. I love them. Like my mom, she brings all sorts back, like wild salmon in the suitcase. She freezes it, and it's this whole... like a day process of like making sure it's absolutely frozen, packing it up. She packs it like also Irish brown bread will come back in the suitcase, of course. Wow. She brings it into that, and then you have a proper Irish breakfast.
That's amazing. You know, it's just moms and the things they do, and food, and the way it connects people. Because it's like you bring a little home in your suitcase.
Tracy, say we have a technical audio issue, so I'm going to come in and fix Annika's mic.
Shout out to all of the moms out there. We also have a little bit of an audio issue. So
that's probably why you can't hear me.
That's why you can't hear Annika. Ali K is going to come in and fix it. While he does, good morning to everyone on Instagram, because I know that you can hear us. And Ben Lofty says, best morning to everyone, wishing you an amazing day ahead. How kind.
Thank you, Ben.
Ben Lofty.
Ben Lofty. Thank you, Ben Lofty. You have been lofty with your remarks this morning.
Could you keep that up? Yusuf says, Annika's back on the morning story. Woot.
Thank you. You suffer too now.
We're going to go from here to here. Hi, Ali Kay. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I hope I'm audible to all now. You can. I don't know why I have to come all regal, but yeah, I'm really struggling with this. Okay.
We're good. Okay, we're back.
Good.
Instagram, we're back. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, all good.
We're everywhere with our faces.
So let's jump into our top story.
Yes. So what happens in Vegas, it turns out, stays in Jumeirah Beach because the location of Dubai's mini Las Vegas has been confirmed, meaning Dubai has officially signed a contract to build a 10.5 hectare island project, which might even include legal gaming if the UAE legislation allows it. But there is no official confirmation yet.
Really interesting on this one. So famed Vegas casinos MGM, Bellagio, which I know from Ocean's 11 only, and Aria are also said to be included in this property, which they say will be located off the coast of Sakim near Jumeirah's public beach, which of course is that glorious expanse of open fresh water.
And this new project is expected to feature over 1,400 hotel rooms and apartments, in addition to retail, F&B, and entertainment opportunities.
So we'll know more about what those are in due course, I have no doubt. So this contract has been awarded to Beijing-based China State Construction Engineering Corporation by local developer Wassel. The project is estimated to cost a whopping 4.4 billion dirham, and what that means for headlines, I have no idea.
That means that this, I believe, is the UAE's largest construction deal since 2017. So this is a big up for retail, for investments, for real estate, because everything's looking up in the UAE, especially in Dubai. So it's very amazing.
It's a huge contract, and I think we are probably throwing around the term Vegas maybe a little loosely, because what we know on the legislation front is there is a body. We know people have been drafted in, experts in gaming have been drafted in from all over the world to look at the safe possibilities of bringing legalized gaming to the country. However, it would be based on emirate by emirate and what emirate by emirate allows. So there's actually no clear word on whether there will be gaming in the country, especially in Dubai. However, it is interesting to see the names of the Vegas hotels coming, and that's why people are saying the mini Vegas is coming to Dubai, because we're going to see the likes of MGM, Bellagio, and Aria all in one island space.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Obviously you have to keep in mind that the UAE is a Muslim country. It's going to look at those regulations too, and nothing that goes against their basic ethics, of course. So,
sure. And if you want to get a thought of the public's perception of the story, I'd always encourage you to jump into Lovin Dubai comments.
A lot goes on there, especially about this story.
So feel free to take a look, and then we'll jump into our next story. Big news on COP28 front. Pope Francis, has cancelled his COP28 visit. In just one day, delegates from around the world will convene here in Dubai for the UN Climate Change Conference COP28. It will mean 2 weeks of crucial negotiations, lively discussions, and global collaboration to boost climate action and ambition, which unfortunately, it was announced last night, Pope Francis will not be part of.
Now, Pope Francis has cancelled his 3-day trip to Dubai and COP28, according to reports which stated that he has the flu, and he is cancelling with great regret. The Vatican commented, although the Holy Father's general clinical condition has improved with regard to the flu and inflammation of the respiratory tract, doctors have asked the Pope not to make the trip planned for the coming days to Dubai. While the COP28 team wishes His Holiness Pope Francis swift and complete recovery.
Which, of course, we all do. It was thought the Pope would deliver a keynote speech at the event, which he himself recently tweeted could be a turning point in the battle of climate change. We know the Pope is keenly involved in climate change action. It's one of his key concerns. And he tweeted on Monday, before announcing his cancellation, that we believe in the capacity of human beings to transcend our petty interests and to think on a grand scale. We cannot give up on dreaming that COP28 will lead to the acceleration of the energy transition. This conference could be a turning point. So it's a real shame that unfortunately we won't see him delivering that keynote speech on Saturday. I know my mum was keen to get down there to catch a glimpse of the Pontifex.
But you know what? Don't lose hope too quick, because the COP28 team are investigating other ways to still ensure his participation. And we live in the global era of Wi-Fi and Zoom and all these technologies. I'm pretty sure we might be able to see a brief meeting. Maybe not a 3-day meeting, but a brief.
100%, he did it. That's so true. And we'll also see King Charles of the UK is expected to also appear. And of course, climate change and sustainability is also cause very close to his heart as well.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to his visit, which of course means if you're having world leaders, delegations coming to the city, there is going to be some traffic updates that you need to be aware of.
Yep, and that is why in preparation for COP28 and Union Day, the Dubai's Road and Transport Authority, the RTA, has announced a temporary rerouting of the traffic on Sheikh Zayed Road towards Abu Dhabi from the Trade Center roundabout to the Expo intersection.
So this is quite a major diversion, and obviously they're offering alternative routes, but I would really take note of these. The diversion is set to run from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. for all 3 days of the long weekend. But the RTA has, of course, proposed alternative routes to maintain a smooth flow of traffic across the city.
So the plan involves the use of alternative routes such as, now take note of this, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road, Sheikh Zayed bin Hamdan Al Nahyan Road, Emirates Road, Al Khail Road, Jumeirah Road, Al Wasl Road, and Al Khail Road, I said again. So just, those are the roads. Very interesting. A lot of traffic there. A lot of traffic usually in Sheikh Zayed Road.
I think the timing from 7 to 11 on the long weekend isn't peak traffic time. If this was during a work day, it would cause a major effect. Now it's the long weekend. Most of us are going to be in bed until.
Although, I mean, to be fair, National Day is a time, Union Day, National Day, it is a time when we all come out and go in the streets, the flags and the cars with the flags, they love to drive past. Sheikh Zayed Road is a very iconic place to take those flag on the car pictures. But let's see.
You know what, though? I have memories of whenever a dignitary would descend on Dublin. For example, King Charles and Camilla came at one point, and all the streets were lining, ready to welcome them. And this means, during these times, you will see, very important figures, I imagine it's going to be a totally empty Sheikh Zayed Road. Think of COVID time. And then there'll be the most amazing car convoys driving past, and you just want to know who's inside. And hopefully there'll be flags that we can try and guess who it is. But this is a big boon for Dubai to be hosting COP28, and we'll have all of the information on that. By the way, just as a reminder, you can attend. Half of the event is open to the public, while the other half is dignitaries where all of the key conversations are taking place. But it means that we can get back down to Expo, our favorite place, and just enjoy that once more, kicking off this weekend. And we all have a couple of days off, so why not?
Yeah, I still think it's brilliant that they're hosting it in the Expo. That's such a brilliant idea to reuse the Expo venue and reshape it. It's it continues to serve a purpose, the same purpose that it first came in for.
So true. It's just a massive renewing of energy, and it reminds us back to our favorite Expo days, which leads us on to our next story, by the way, because in case you missed it, if you've been living under a rock and you didn't have access to Wi-Fi last night, a huge congratulations to Saudi, because Riyadh will host EXPO2030. What a huge win for our neighbour. It was announced last night that Saudi's capital was the chosen winner to host the 2030 World Expo, beating out South Korea, Port City Busan and Rome.
And Rome. Riyadh's sky was full of celebration lights for the historic achievement announced by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. The Saudi capital won the bid by a sweeping vote. More than 160 nations cast their votes, and Riyadh was the easy winner, taking 119 of the total votes. The Republic of Korea took only 29 votes, following with Italy with just 17.
Wow, as they're saying, Saudi was really the world's choice for this. 119 votes of a total 160. It just goes to show the keen excitement to host it in the region. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, he congratulated Saudi on being selected to host the World's Fair, which of course will be the second time for the Middle East after we hosted it not too long ago. He said, their success is our success and their hosting of the world in 2030 is a win for us, for our Gulf and for our region. Congratulations to Saudi. Ronaldo also sent his message of congratulations, saying Riyadh is an amazing city and is ready to welcome all of you. So they had a lot of...
Sorry. You know, you say Ronaldo, you have to do see.
I don't.
I can't do it, but...
Go on, this is it. See? No.
See. Something. See.
So they had
that's
celebrities, sports stars, athletes. I think each nation who wants to host something like this goes out and they do a massive kind of publicity spree. And of course, in the Saudi case, it really worked.
Yeah, but like, it's so, it just shows you how much of hope has been restored. Not restored, hope is building in the Middle East for the Middle East to hold these events, you know, global events. That it means a lot, because before you wouldn't think of it as a destination, but then I think with the expo, you know, the narrative is shifting, things are changing. We are, you know, people want to come here, people want to explore this area that for so long has not been explored. It's not been considered a part, you know.
So true in terms of exploration. Like there's so many places that we constantly think, I want to visit there, I want to visit there. Yeah. And they're making the map more and more now. And of course, Expo will add more to the attraction for people to visit Saudi. Yeah. And I have no doubt that there was just celebrations across Riyadh last night, because were you here when Dubai announced when we won the Expo, the bid for the Expo back in 2013 maybe?
2013, I was here.
2013, 2014, we got a day off. A public holiday was announced. It was huge.
I do remember a lot of conversations happening within my family also, because everyone was very excited. They were a little worried, but look, mainly excited, you know, worried about like the traffic and how things were going to happen, but mainly excited.
They prophesized the traffic.
They prophesized the traffic.
They manifested it. Annika's family manifested the traffic.
Whoa, okay. I think it was just mainly like, you know, once a city hosts something as big as the Expo, there's no turning back. You know, everybody wants to come there because it gets so much global media attention. And a city like Dubai, which so far it was like everybody knew Dubai as like this beautiful little place, but like we would all come secretly, enjoy, and then go back. Like, well, not secretly, but like we would live here, we had our own lives, and then now the whole world is getting to know about it. So that means the whole world is going to secretly come and enjoy, and then they wouldn't go back. And now we're just a booming city with thriving real estate and thriving traffic and thriving everything.
It's such a strong point, because really, in terms of everyone's perspective, how Dubai is seen across the world has just changed dramatically over the last 5-10 years, and the Expo was such a success. And in the lead up to the Expo, we really didn't know what it was about. We knew what it was about, but we really didn't know how it was going to unfold. And I think as soon as you stepped in that first time and saw the incredible pavilions for each country and all the amazing pop-ups and the events and the constant calendar of events that was just jam-packed, it just was just a shining beacon, and people had so much fun. I don't know how many times we were out there. Yeah. And I have no doubt that Saudi will put on the same type of show in 2030.
Exactly. It's going to be so fun. People are going to now look to Riyadh, and already Riyadh is like undergoing a whole tourism boost. You know, so much advertising, so much marketing just to like come there, because it's a beautiful city. So why would you not go there? So exciting days for the Middle East.
Won't be the same as Dubai's, but whatever. We gotta post. But if you want the latest on the updates, do check out our sister sites, Lovin Saudi, and then we also have Lovin Riyadh, of course, is our English sister page. You can check it out on Instagram, Facebook, the same places that you follow Lovin Dubai. You'll find Lovin Riyadh on our Lovin Saudi pages. Speaking of excitement, very shortly, we're going to be joined by the incredible cast of the Great Circus of Europe. They have the circus in Al Ain right now, running until December 16th. It looks like a lot of fun, and we are so excited to have 4 cast members on the show very shortly. Do stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we have something truly amazing for you. The Great Circus of Europe, which is Europe's largest touring circus. It's in Al Ain right now until December 16th. It is a breathtaking fusion of timeless circus traditions, cutting-edge performances. And on the show today we have none other than Sarek, the incredible acrobat and tent master, Sandra, the charismatic ringmaster and general manager, Leia, the enchanting dancer, and Lady, the fearless female globetrotter. Welcome to the show, Globetrotter. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. You're looking fantastic.
So much bling in my eyes right now. You really put the shine in my eyes. And so, Sandra, you are the ringmaster. So tell us, what is it like to welcome a crowd to the circus?
It's the most fantastic feeling. It really is. We are here just to put smiles on people's faces. We're here to entertain. Circus is timeless. Circus is ageless. Transcends every race, religion, language, culture, because it's a visual art. So there is nothing like circus.
You know, it's so interesting because the minute you stepped in, and I like from your outfit, I can tell you're the ringmaster. But I had a moment of unlearning because I think throughout childhood, like when you read books or you see things about the circus, you see ringmaster, you see like this mean old man, and suddenly here's this like amazingly sweet, shiny lady, and you're just like, oh, it doesn't always have to be a mean old man.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's not to say that I'm not in charge.
Of course. Yes.
It's so interesting you say that because I have so many amazing memories of the circus growing up, and I'm sure you guys too. Like, what actually inspired you individually to get involved in the circus?
Well, first of all, I started with the circus when I was 11 years old. Wow. And I went for the actual circus college for 4 years. And there, obviously, they train you for 4 years for juggling, acrobatics, gymnastic, history of the circus, even a ballet, everything. And then after that, obviously, when you are finishing, you have to choose an act. I started with a high wire. And that's the height I remember when I was 12 years old. That was 11-meter high. And we used to do a 4-man high pyramid, and on top of it, another 3-4 meter. So that was my first step to the circus. And then from there, I started traveling.
Wow. Have there ever been any injuries? Falls?
Oh, it's a lot of injuries.
You look
a lot of injuries.
put together. You look fine.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
That's circus. Like, obviously, when we perform, we get nervous. Especially when you had an accident. Like, we had a few accidents. I had like loads of accidents, not a few, but it's just passion and the adrenaline when you are in a stage and you hear the audience that they enjoy it, and you see the smile of the kids, and that keeps you going.
Amazing.
And obviously, I did start it with a high wire, and after the high wire, I joined to it. Chinese pole. It's vertical pole, 6.5 meter. You have to jump from pole to the pole.
I remember these, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, I start training aerial straps, which is I do with my brother, aerial straps as well. And when we get bored, when you don't have the adrenaline that you already get used to, you start training something else to get the adrenaline, get the excitement, and feel the energy and everything. Now I'm start training with my wife is the crossbow act.
Wow.
The crossbow that she has to hold the target and I have to shoot there. So
how do you train for something like that?
Well, carefully, obviously, and I put first a target, and I practicing a target, and then I said, I feel a bit confident now. Would you like to go hold it for me, the target? And she stays there, she holds it. That's all about trust. Circus life comes with a trust. You have to trust, and that's the only way it works.
I cannot wait to see it live. And what about you two? How did you get involved in the circus? What kind of led to the moment that you took the stage?
Well, I started dancing when I was really little, and then went to college, trained professionally, and then I started looking for jobs. I had some of my friends already work there, and they were like, we need more dancers. And I joined a year and a half ago just for, be like, I'll do it for a little bit, but I've not stopped and I don't really look at leaving soon because it's just so much fun. It's so different to anything I ever imagined I would do.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. How about you? When did you start?
Okay. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Colombia. All my life in circus. I now the quarter generation in my family. I start practices in the club 17 years old, and also Hawaii. My father had circus in Colombia. I try everything. For the club of the AF, when I stay out from the club, I very scared, but I go inside, all is perfect. I like my work. I very have too much adrenaline, and I very funny inside, really. I
Amazing,
like.
guys. It's so wild. It's great.
So you call yourself the fearless female globe rider. Does that mean you go around on the bike?
She does indeed, yes.
Wow.
She is the world's only female globe rider. So,
Wow.
yes, she,
Wow, we are
she is a
sitting-
force to be reckoned with.
So what's the most thrilling act that you have performed in the circus?
Oh, Sarek.
Oh. Mine is we was I think back in UK we was performing, and then one of the performers, he didn't feel well. He went like, I need a replacement wheel of death, the spinning wheel. And then I said, just okay, give me your costume, I'll replace you. And then I went in there before the show. Obviously I did practice, but not for a long, but I did feel confident. But I needed that adrenaline, and I wanted to feel that. And then I said to him, okay, let me do it. I didn't practice before the show, but I thought I was confident. But I said, please let me replace him. Let me go in. Show must go on. They went like, are you sure? I said, 100%. I said, you'll be okay. I said, 100%. Don't you worry about me. I said, just give me a costume. I'll go in. But before, I never performed that front of audience. I just practiced a little. And they went like, okay. So I go in. That was my most experience and most exciting thing that I've done. Just step in and do the wheel of death.
Wow.
And that was spinning. And you have to keep spinning and do the jumps and everything. And that was my most exciting thing I've done as well.
Dare I ask? Has it ever gone wrong
Yes.
in a public setting?
Unfortunately, as a live performance, it does happen. And we had a few accidents on the wheel as well. We have, even in the strap with myself, I was working the poles as well. One time I tell you the story. I was in London, Winter Wonderland. And then we were doing, with my partners, I was working the Chinese poles. And then all of a sudden I just got up. I said, what happened? They said, you just fell down. But I said, I can't remember. I said, what happened? What trick, what combination I was doing it? So apparently I gone up, and then I slipped and I fell down. And then I got up. It's a full house of audience. And then I asked my partner, I said, what happened? I said, why? He said, you just fell down. I said, what combination and what trick? And then he goes, like, are you going back up? I said, yes, of course, I have to go back up. Otherwise, if I'm going to have that fear, then I won't be able to do it. So same place, same spot, I went up and I did that trick. And then next shows, I was absolutely fine.
Wow.
Pure bravery.
The show must go on.
Show must go on.
Always.
Always. And
That's so incredible.
if you have an accident, if you don't go, but for me, if I don't go back in straight away, then if I have the fear, it's going to take me a bit longer time to get the confidence. But if it happens in a spot, if I go back up, if I do it, then I'll be fine next couple of hours, and then I can just carry on doing it.
So interesting. You say the show must go on always. What does that mean in terms of bringing the largest circus in Europe to the UAE, and what kind of logistics go into all of you traveling together? I can't even imagine. Sounds like a lot of fun, to be honest.
It is. And we are so lucky to be here. You know, it's an absolute honour and a privilege to be here. Obviously the Gandhi family, Carol, Philip, Hayley, Mariska, it is a truly family-run circus. However, behind that is a huge office team who are based in the UK. Without all of that, there is no way we could do this, you know. We obviously everything is shipped over here, the tent. At the end of the day, it's a tent until we put all the lights, all the seats, all the sound, everything that then you walk into that brings it all alive. Obviously the performers, the smells, you know, we've all got the magic. Exactly, yeah.
So speaking of, now that you're in Dubai and you obviously have you seen the city a little bit? Or
we have seen a little bit of it. Seric had a visit yesterday, actually.
Cute. But I'm just curious to see if there was a place in Dubai you would try out your stunts. Where would it be?
Skydiving.
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 Wow, I like that he had the answer ready. It's like he was waiting for this question.
That's an adrenaline.
Skydiving, interesting.
Bungee jumping. Something with adrenaline.
I want to ask as a ringmaster, so I have these phrases in my mind that I remember growing up, like, show your appreciation. Could you do a little one of those for us on the show? Is that putting you on the spot?
I can do. What would you like? Yes.
What is like the intro? So we're welcoming people to the big top in Al-Ain, and we say...
We would say, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome to the great circus of Europe.
It just brings back all of those magical memories. It really does. So this is happening in Al-Ain until December 16th, the Great Circus of Europe. Guys, thank you so much for your time on the show today. I have no doubt that what you're doing is absolutely spectacular, and I'd really encourage anyone watching to go and check it out.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Guys, best of luck with the rest of the show. Guys, that is all we have time for on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. A massive thank you to the cast and crew for coming down this morning from Al-Ain. Goodbye. Thank you so much.